All right. I would like to call the Board of Selectmen meeting to order at 12:01 on Monday, August 2nd. Could I have a roll call, please?
Joe Shank, present.
Chaz Sexton Uranian present.
Veronica Cal present. I'd like to announce that the meeting is being tape recorded. It should be live on Channel 9, and it will be posted on YouTube after the fact. Chairman's additions or deletions. I'm going to be making a little bit of change in the order of the meeting. We will be taking the work session prior to the executive sessions, and we do not expect to return to open session after the executive sessions. So we're going to start with the work session first. Before we get to that, Joe and Chaz, do either of you have anything else to add? No?
Good.
All right, so the 1.4 is review and approve and do not release the minutes for executive session on July 27th and the executive session on July 28th. I'm going to add July 29th, and I didn't get those to you yet, so you will get them for tomorrow's evening meeting.
Okay.
So just know that.
That's fine.
All right, moving on to section 5, the work session, town administrator updates and reports. Under the Guardian IT updates, Chaz, do you have anything there?
I have a couple of things that I just wanted to give you guys information in regards to. The library right now is preparing for school to start at the end of the month. And there were two sections. One is in their teen room, where they had separated the workstations so that they had 6 feet, so they were social distance. And some of the floor jacks needed some attention there. Tech is over there now. They're going to do all of the jacks and replace all of the computers back to where it was before, so that they're prepared for the school to, for the influx in regards to that is concerned. The next thing is that I am working to be able to get our door schedule to stay open until 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Right.
And I don't have anything to report there because I was busy over at the library with looking at the technology over there. So I'll probably have an update tomorrow when we come in.
Okay, thank you.
Quick question. To get the door open at 6 for tomorrow night, you said? But isn't the meeting starting at 5:30?
Well, no,
Yeah.
the door closes. It's on an automatic schedule right now, and it shuts off at 4. I'm just having them extend it until 6 instead of closing at 4 o'clock for now until.
Okay, all right. I guess
Tuesdays,
Thank you.
we had voted in, I think it was the July 20th meeting.
Yeah.
That town hall would stay open from 9 until 6 on Tuesdays,
Right.
starting tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
So,
got it, yeah.
and
Sorry
our
about
meeting
that.
starts at 5:30 tomorrow, so it's perfect for people joining the meeting in person, should they so choose.
Yep. And you don't have to prop the door open, that kind of stuff. That's all I
Madam
got.
Chairman,
Andrea, yes.
doesn't the door have to remain open for people to come into the meeting anytime? Closing at 6
we-
doesn't solve the problem. If people
Well,
can't
we can
attend
do
your,
that.
We'll prompt the door.
We can prop the door.
that screws
Yeah.
up your air conditioning though.
Well-
Only briefly,
Well,
only briefly.
and everyone argues about the air conditioning. That is a sealed door, little walk-in area. It's not a big issue. It would not affect anything with air conditioning in the building with that door being open.
Because the inner door will be closed.
Okay,
Like
good.
an airlock entry. So,
So just to clarify that.
yeah.
And then once we have the coordination between the building software and our IT, we'll be able to have control over that. And I am working on setting a date for training to happen for that as well.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Jess.
Moving on to finances. The CARES Act COVID funds report. I guess I would just say that last week, Thursday, Terry, our interim town accountant, and I had a Zoom meeting with Capital Strategic Solutions. They are sending us a proposal, and they will be based on whether on the proposal itself. We are hoping that they will become consultants for us to do the CARES Act work that needs to be done from January 1st forward. So, and they will be paid for that consulting through the CARES Act funds themselves. So that is in progress. As opposed to me doing the accounting for that. It's a bigger job than the town accountant's. It's not really in the town accountant's job description to do that piece. It's a whole separate accounting piece, and we need that. And then looking at the ARPA funds, I am not sure going forward how that works, but they will write it in the proposal. So that's that. Andrea, do you have anything from FinCom?
No, thank you.
Okay, all right. I should say that we were going to look at the Audit Committee, which is me for the BOS, Lynn Pinkerton for the FinCom, and Dave Chanel for the community person. We had hoped to have the report at tomorrow night's meeting, but we are going to hold that off until August 30th. We will be looking at the energy report tomorrow night. That has remained on the agenda, and that agenda is posted. So, Andrea, we will probably be requesting a joint meeting with the FinCom for August 30. Is it the 30th or the 31st? 31st is the Tuesday. So if you want to alert the FinCom members to that, that would be great. Lynn
I
might
certainly
probably
will.
done it. Okay, thank you. That's for us to review the audit for the town for FY20. All right. Moving on to 5.1.3, conservation staff appointments discussion. We had extended an offer to an applicant for the conservation administrative assistant position. On Friday, we received word that she would not be accepting. She is moving to this area, but is not here yet. And it was just not good timing for her, is the way it worked out. So we have other ideas as far as administrative assistant positions go, because we do have more than one opening for that. So we're going to consider our alternatives going forward. I also want to say that our conservation agent is set to start on August 16th. She is in process with Misty on the new employee paperwork. So we should have someone in that seat in 2 weeks. So we're excited about that. I think that's all I have right there for all of that.
Good.
Do either of you have anything else to add?
Not for that, no.
Not for that, no.
All right, moving on to 5.2, reports from board liaisons.
I can just give a little update tomorrow. I'll be meeting with the fire department chief, police chief, and council in regards to negotiations in regards to the communication center and the progress on that. Also tomorrow afternoon, I will be in negotiations to see if we can come to some kind of agreement or move forward on the fire department contract. Other than that, that's all I have.
Yeah.
I have a couple that I'd like to talk about. One is I spent a good deal of time this morning at the library looking at their needs for technology. We have, as we voted couple of months back for their telephone. They're getting a new telephone system in. That is going to occur on Monday, August 16th. And I have an idea, and I'm springing it on the both of you now so that you have time to think about it.
We have an idea.
I did talk with the Director of Council on Aging as well as the Director of the Library, and the least amount of people within that building on that particular day is probably the best idea for everything. The Council on Aging says that they have their Meals on Wheels set for minimal staff, and they'll be able to get that out. What I thought, and it's something that you guys can consider, is that we had talked about doing some sort of getting employees together to have a brainstorming session, that kind of stuff. And I thought that the employees, it was asked to me, if that building is going to be closed, do they take vacation day? Do they take personal day? Is it something that we're going to ask them to, but instead have them come here and we can have some sort of brainstorming function for the day on August 16th.
So as far as brainstorming, that means we post a meeting, so we're all here, or just is Veronica to be the one as the person that's been dealing with the employees? I'm not quite sure how you mean that, brainstorming for the day.
Okay, can I add to Friday's agenda, brainstorming something for August 16th?
So if there's going to be some staff changes, I think that would be a good time to roll out that as well.
Well, we will have new staff starting that day, having come in prior, so that might be something to think about.
And we would be able to announce priorities, what we're looking at, some help that we need from each department. I think because of that situation, I would much rather have them come over here. We have some sort of workshop in the morning, and go from there as far as what we need to do for the afternoon.
Okay,
Are we just talking the senior center and the library, or all employees?
everybody,
Okay, just make sure, okay.
or
Are
at
they all
least a
gonna-
representative from everybody.
Yeah. Are they gonna all fit in this room?
No, we
No,
have it in
great
the
hall.
great
Great hall, all right, perfect.
Um,
and we can post for it.
Yeah, she can post, right? Yeah.
I am a wondrous poster. It's true. Okay.
I just
so
thought, so if you want to talk about that on Friday or whatever, it's just
I will
that
add it
date.
as an agenda item. on
It's an
Friday.
available date and it's soon, and I think we might as well take advantage of the time to kind of do that real quick.
Okay, all right.
And we are meeting with the Board of Health on Friday.
Yes.
Correct. So,
And the flag committee.
and the flag committee.
Friday,
okay.
we have, I was gonna do that under my liaison report. Do
Okay.
you want to continue or should I? Okay, so Friday, we have flag committee, and I think I gave you questions that Todd had dropped off.
Yep,
I am actually the liaison for flag committee.
okay,
So Todd dropped those off. I talked to him on Friday. He is good for the Friday meeting. I put a time on the agenda. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he's on the agenda for Friday, which has not been posted yet. It is in SharePoint, but it's a work in progress until Wednesday when I get it out, or tomorrow afternoon. So Friday is flag committee, Board of Health, and I will add the brainstorming to that agenda. The other thing I want to note is that on Wednesday afternoon at 2 p.m. For the ADA grant, the one that we did not get last year to help write our ADA plan, the grant time period opened, I think, today and closes October 1st. MRPC is going to be working with us on that. I had sent out a Zoom link to department heads that I thought would be involved with that, like building, facilities, highway. I can't remember if I sent it to cemetery and parks, land use, and me. And so Chris McDermott from MRPC will be meeting with us. He's the one that will be putting in for that grant. We still do not have a commission on disabilities. I don't believe anybody has come forward to be on that committee. So I'll be talking about that more tomorrow and or Friday. Because it would be great if we had that. He did send out the old document, the one from like the early 2000s was the last time we had anything that was valid and to review. And so I'll look at that and have it ready for our meeting on Wednesday.
So that's Wednesday at 2 o'clock?
2 p.m. There's a Zoom link. It's a Zoom meeting. Okay, noon on Thursday, I signed up for there's a grants meeting that MRPC is putting on, new grants that are available that we could be eligible for. That's at noon on Thursday. You had to sign up to get the link.
I think I did on that one too.
And there were 3 different times.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I signed up for noon. So just to let people know that. Saturday, the 7th at 11 a.m. is the Purple Heart celebration in Townsend for us being a Purple Heart community. It's Purple Heart Day. And Chaz, we look forward to your speech for that. Also, Monday the 9th at 3:30 is the Green Communities Grant Kickoff Meeting, also by Zoom. So I'm not posting it as a meeting, and I suppose that's okay. We could all attend as long as we don't deliberate.
Mhm.
So I'll get that to you guys too. So those are the things from this week. I'm the energy liaison. These all kind of fit into my group of
Wheelhouse.
things. Yes,
Your little bucket.
my little.
Didn't say bucket.
No
Yeah, we
bucket
don't
no
say
more? Oh, no.
And I also signed up for Civic Plus's ARPA funding
As did I.
announcement at noon on Wednesday the 11th.
And when did you think you're gonna put sleep in?
I don't sleep
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
After she gets the minutes written.
Oh,
After I get the minutes.
yeah, get the minutes first, would you please, Madam Chair?
All right, so that's what I have. Announcements and communications. Okay, there are a few here. One is we had voted to have Wayne Dara from CDBG be the environmental certifying officer for that grant. There is a form that needs signed for that, and I'm going to sign it and scan it back to him.
You need a vote on that?
No, we already voted
We
on that.
voted, that's what I thought.
Okay, next thing is that John Barrett has sent over the easement agreement for the town hall parking lot for Pete the Barber,
Mhm.
which is what I keep calling it, although I know it's not that. It is here for your review. Just came in on Friday. There were 2 pages that were not included. I have printed them. Looks like I have to print them differently because one of them that he sent me was the motion from town meeting, and this is notarized. And there's a plan, so I will copy this and put it in there as well. So this is for you to take a look
You
at.
need to sign that,
remaining.
and
think
so
we do.
we sign it out of session,
Uh,
once we review it.
Yeah, we've already
We've already
voted
voted on that.
That's what I
on
thought.
it. And it does require all 3 of us, so if you want to move to vote it out of session, just to be
Just in
thorough.
case, yeah.
We can be, I think we need to be notarized, so since we're all 3 here, we might want to drop in on the town clerk after this meeting.
Sure.
But I don't know that it really, well, let's do a motion. We've already, a town meeting was resolved, so.
I make a motion that we sign the agreement for the right of way for Pete's Barbershop easement to be signed out of session.
Second,
All those in favor?
Joe Shank, yes.
Chad Sexton Duranian, yes.
Veronica Kelly, yes. All right, so we'll get that done and notarized. I think that's it. Our next meetings are tomorrow evening at 5:30 and also Friday at noon. I have planned for an August 9th noon meeting. I don't have anything on that agenda yet, but I figure we'll know better after tomorrow whether or not we need that. And our next regular meeting will not be until Tuesday the 17th at 6 p.m. We are hopeful that we will be hiring an interim town administrator at tomorrow evening's meeting, And at that point, I don't see us needing to meet at noon after like the 10th of August.
Just
So
go back to our regular meetings.
go back to our regular meeting.
Awesome, that'd be very nice.
We'll see where that is.
That would make my day.
That'd make our lives a little bit easier.
So there we have it. Do I have a motion for the executive session?
Madam Chair, I move that we enter into executive session pursuant to General Law, Chapter 30A, subsection 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigation position of the public body, and the chair so declares in regards to IAFF. And I also move to conduct a strategy session in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, the interim town administrator, per General Law, Chapter 30A, subsection 21A2, and to reconvene, are we reconvening?
We are not.
And to not reconvene in open session after completion of the executive session.
Is there a second?
Second,
All those in favor?
Joe Shank, yes.
Chaz Sexton Duranian, yes.
Veronica Cal, yes. So those of you on the meeting, thank you very much for joining us. We are going to be entering into executive session, and for those who are going to be present in the executive session, oh wait, what?
Are we gonna do anything with that or not? Under communications? Or we don't, rather not?
I already went past that.
Yeah. That's all right, we'll get it next time.
We'll get it tomorrow.
That's fine.
All right, so we will be providing those in the executive session with a separate link for that.
Mhm.
And we would like to tell TCAM, thank you very much. And we will see you tomorrow.